What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this wonderful cold Saturday morning. Today, we're going to be working on the Gatton CNC Christmas Project Challenge again, because I need to get started and finished. Well, I've got started. I need to get finished, and I still got to do a video. Everybody? Welcome to this wonderful cold Saturday morning. And I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. CNC Christmas Challenge. All right, there we go. Still getting used to these lives. All right. So like I was saying, we're working on the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge project, and I have our cutout boards and I need to glue them together. Now, since last time, I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I should have done double of these. I should have made these a little bit smaller and done two of them, because right now I have some of this issue right here where it's not well supported right here or right there. If we look at the small piece here, hey, that's doing pretty well right there with that big piece right there. So little too late. Don't want to recut it because I don't really have the material. So let's get to trying to secure this. All right, I'm going to turn off one of these cameras here. There we go. All right, I'm going to be using some Type Bond wood glue. Let's see. Oh, no, is it open? It's been a while since I've used this, so. Oh, I guess it is open. Silly me. All right, I'm just going to apply some wood glue here, and then I'm going to take a brush and try to make it as thin as possible, hold it together, and see if this works. I have no idea if this will work, but we're going to try. And there we go. Yep, it's been a while since I've used this. It's not wanted to flow out too well, but it's all good. We'll get it to work. Hopefully this will work, and I haven't wasted time and or material. Here, we'll just use our finger. Make sure we get it in there. We're going to put some more. Don't worry. This is just kind of first attempt to try to seal this up, give it some support here. Don't want to go in too close to the edge. So we're just, what is it, 5, 4, 3, I don't know how many days away from Christmas. I hope everyone has some fun plans. I was thinking about super glue, but I just wasn't quite too sure how that would hold up. And, you know, I really just didn't think about it. I mean, I kind of did, but kind of a little late now. Already started this. I want to kind of keep it all the same. Now I'm going to use super glue to attach all the pieces together. This is the top and the bottom part. But for right here, I'm just trying to get it to stick together a little bit and hold, but we'll see. Because I'm still going to have to come in and paint this as well. Yeah, I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I mean, I know it's going to take forever to dry. Now that I think about it. Let's get a little bit. I also don't want to glue to this board, but my table is so uneven that I had to get something that was nice and sturdy that would allow me to apply pressure and keep it all straight. On the board, it just kept popping in and out, and I just could not get it flat when it was just on the table. I mean, push that in there real nice and good. All right, we'll try some super glue. We'll let this dry set for a little bit. I think that's right. I did get my accelerator, so we'll get a chance to try that out. All right, let me go grab that real quick. Rub off this wood glue. activator. We got some glue. Here, let's use the stuff. This is medium viscosity. Just pop off the tip here. I'm just going to bead a little across all here. Nope, that's a little too much there. Go. Get the whole line here. There we are. All right, never used this stuff. Don't know if I should get a mask. Maybe I should. Who knows? You live, you learn. Here, how about that? And there, you just, oh yeah. Ooh, may need to go open the garage. Ooh. And if it's, oh yeah, let's make sure we don't glue it to the underboard here. And just kind of hold it together, make sure. All right, I'm gonna go crack the garage. All right, crack the garage and open up the side door, just so we can get some airflow going through. All right, let's see. All right, you're right. That worked much better already holding together. Let's just look at our suit. Yeah, wood glue is not working. All right, thank you, Kilroy. Okay, this is all a learning experience, right? So, get that off. Feels pretty dry, so we'll flip it over real quick and we'll do the other side. And I don't want to use too much. Again, I've never done this before, so this is all experimentation and seeing what works. There we go. Don't judge me on my spring ability and where it actually hits. Yeah, I almost super glued my fingers together, just trying to get, here, let me see if I can get this. This is one of those reverse flows. And, you know, I've done one before, but I was gluing it this morning, just wasn't paying attention and almost glued my fingers together. It came very close this morning to that. All right, there we go. All right, next question. Can you put super glue over wood glue? Let's find out. Nice and sticky though. All right, let's see here. Follow our path. Oi. But I got my finger in there. All right. Whew. That stuff is strong. Yes, I opened the garage, so I got my garage door cracked and my side door open, so I got nice ventilation going this way. Yeah, I'll ask Paul tonight on the show. So for those of you who don't know, I'm also part of the crew over on Making It Up As We Go over on our Ballard Designs channel. And we have a live stream every Saturday, 8 p.m. Central, the true time. Hey, it's on my channel, so I get to say that. Ryan can put what his thoughts are on the true time tonight on the show. Just a little joke. But hey, that's working pretty good. Pretty happy. Nope, not pretty happy right on this one, but that's probably because of the wood glue. Yeah, stick your hand where you can see Ray's super glue. That's a smart choice. Here. Yeah, that's hardened, but it's hardened on offside the seam, so just come back in here. Make sure we get that seam. A few places I'm seeing it's not. Go. Alrighty. So it did work, but it is not as clean as if you just do the super glue. All right, let's make sure this is, try to be as flat as possible here. I think I'll do this in sections. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing then spray. I think I'm going to, this is lifting here, so I'm going to want to be able to put pressure and spray and not get it on myself. So we'll see. All right, let's go in here in the middle and get this. Get that nice and thick there in the middle because we got 4 parts coming together. There we go. Thought I glued it to the board there for a second. All right. Okay. And now we'll just keep going down the line here. Rinse and repeat. Get it in there. That's how you get super glue on your hands, by not flattening it before you put it down. All good. The other way you don't get super glue on your hand is if you procrastinate and wait till the last minute to finish up your projects. So I have this I'm doing the Enterprise NC 1701D. I'm doing these reverse flow, 3D printed reverse flow incense burners. I have a bunch of wine holders and I have a ton of painting I need to get done. But of course I need to get this done first, of course. But to get this far, I had to get the laser set up, and that took a little bit longer than expected. But we're up and running now. Feel confident in getting back in the swing with using the laser. So happy there, and got a couple other projects planned for that. I need to build some stuff for my workbench so I can get my computer moved over there for, well, my garage computer. Trying to get set up out here so I can do bunches of different stuff instead of just having to always design in my office. Want to be out here a little bit more, maybe encourage me to get some of these other projects moving. Yeah. You know, I'm normally kind of early on this one, but this year has been busy. I have been, my day job, doing about 50, 60 hours a week there. So I just have not had the nighttime to do anything. Oh, that's a lovely smell. Uh-oh. Okay, almost glued it to the board there. All right, let's keep moving. Can't stick if it's moving, right? Please, right? All right, next time. Well, no, because even super glue will stick to acrylic too, so. All right, gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. All right, let's flip this over. Go. Get that pushed in. Ooh, that's snug. There we go. Here. There we go. Here's my mallet. Just knock this in. Nice. Okay, still not stuck. All right. Let's get these four corners glued up real quick. Go. That's the other reason we don't want too much coming out, because we don't want it going through and sticking to the wood behind that I'm working on. But again, guess it's better to glue to that wood than to glue to the table. We're just going to keep moving it around so we make sure we don't glue ourselves to the board again, or almost glue it to the board again. All right. You know, it's funny, even as someone who does videos and, you know, I spend a lot of time editing and then going, all right, what parts do I show? Do I time lapse this? Do I, you know, how do I show this? You know, doing this live with no chance to edit just shows you how much time really goes into all this. Not just hey, cool, quick, look at this cool project I made. You know, but if I was to show or do a live for every part that I worked on this, that would be a long, boring show, because y'all don't want to listen to me talk that long. I'm good in moderation. Right. Yeah, making sure we're not sticking to the table or to the board. So, I'm almost done with this piece. See, got super glue somewhere. Stuck my finger in it somewhere. Well, I guess I won't have fingerprints. That would be pretty cool, just not have fingerprints. Well, I guess opening my phone would be kind of bored. Oh, that accelerator is nice. First time using it. And hey, look at that. All picking up in one piece. Now, of course, I haven't got both sides done. Because of the wood glue, I'm going to set this to the side, let this dry up a little bit more. Here, we'll move this out of the way. Over here, let's grab our next piece. There we go. I guess one of the other things that is not fun about going live is normally I'd be in here jamming to music, but you know, because of YouTube and their monetization or what's the right copyright, can't really be listening to music, so it's just kind of quiet, except for my hammer. Mallet, sorry. So yes, I know, sorry if you're listening and that's annoying, but need to get this flat. Ooh. We have here. So I may need to take this piece out, of course, after I do all that. Better to do that now. Looks like I got some chipped wood or bent wood in there. Just don't want to break it. And this is all snug fit. I did the kerf, so everything would be nice and snug, and it got snug in there, but let's see if I can. Of course you want to be loose, but the part I want loose won't come loose. All right, maybe let's flip it over and look, see what we're dealing with. Well, this is fun. Oh, there we go. Well, got part of it. There we go. All right, loosen that. Let me see if I can find the right tool. Well, let me see if I can find a tool that will work. Who knows what the right tool is? All right, really not sure which one of these I need, but or any of them are going to be the right tool. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but I'm just... I know if someone's like, that is not the tool. Yeah, just tell me. I know. But I guess whatever tool you have that works makes it the right tool. I think that it. All right, sorry, a little bit more malleting. Well, there goes the lid. All right. Well, I think I'm ready to glue up, and we're just going to start here at this corner. Well, this 4 corners. What are those states that all meet in the corner? Is it New Mexico, Colorado? I can't remember the other 2. I think I'm right. Could be totally wrong, though. Sure, that's flat. Make sure we didn't glue ourselves to the board. Looks like it drying. Come up here and get this, as it seems like it wants to bend there. Or bow. Oh, I think I got it. And make sure we didn't glue ourselves to the board or our hand to the piece. Yep, just mallet it into super glue, but better than it not holding. Being in there. All right, now we're just gonna super glue all this once again. And again, normally in a video, this is where I would be, hey, time lapse. But we're not, we're live. And I need to find filler words to put in here. But I'm going to do that after I get that close. There we go. All right, so again, we are, working on the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge project. Everyone is free to join. All you got to do is make a project on your CNC, your laser, or your 3D printer, or a combination of all 3. Make a short video on it, upload it to YouTube, and send Ryan an email over at Arbella Designs. Of course, there are some more rules, and you can go check that out. I'll put a link down in the description once the stream is over for all the rules and regulations and all the red tape, you know, all that fun stuff. And so, yes, I have to hurry up and get this done because time is running out. Now, there is another part of this challenge. You don't have to make something huge or big or really complicated. You can make something as simple as a ornament. And yeah, now this is a giant ornament, but yeah, you can make a small ornament and join in on the challenge as well. There we go. Yeah, I gotta love this accelerator. Should have gotten this a lot sooner than I did. How many times I've fought just holding something because, you know, like, cool, I will hold it until it's set, and then a squirrel, get distracted and let go, and it's not even and all over the place. This really has helped and is speeding up this process a lot. That and using super glue instead of wood glue, because wood glue was just going to be sit there and, you know, watch water boil. This as flat as possible. Move it so we're not gluing ourselves to the underneath board, the board underneath. And I think we got it there. You do. All right, let's turn this thing. All right. Let's glue in ourselves here. Corners. So I still haven't decided either what color I want to paint this. But I guess I need to hurry up and do that so I can paint this tonight, because once I get this all glued up and sanded down, I'm gonna have to paint. So need to think. Maybe I'm thinking gold, but I also may do silver and then do gold for the 3D printed part. That's what I'll be working on next, is getting the filler on that so we can even it out, and then we'll sand it. And still a lot of work to do today. But it is the holiday, so I do have an extended amount of time off. Not a whole bunch, but enough to get this done, have some time with the family, do Christmas stuff. You know, that's, I hate when Christmas is on a Friday or, you know, like that, because it just seems like you get only just a few. Whoa. Ignore my, looks like I'm drunk spraying. I'm not. I only drink one time throughout the year for the most part, and that is when I am on the cruise. Otherwise, really a big drinker. Used to be, not anymore. Hey, welcome back. Sorry. So yeah, I'm on my laptop out in the garage, and I'm using OBS to stream all this. And I'm logged in. I logged, you know, went through all that, and it won't let me see the chat. So I'm having to look at chat on my cell phone, and then I can only see the stream up here. So still a lot to figure out on this setup up here. I do want to do some more lives. I don't get to do as many videos anymore, just because of the amount of time it requires and everything. For editing takes so much time. I don't think, there's a lot of realization. People are like, oh, just make a video. Yeah, and then you can spend how many 6-8 hours editing a video, especially if it's 30 minutes, long. You're going through 8-12 hours worth of video footage. Well, this seems to be handling pretty good. Now I think I am going to have to get glue up. I may not have to glue the back sides. It may hold well enough, and with these being opposite, I may be able to just glue them together, but we'll see. That could just me being like, I'm tired of gluing. But I guess, gluing and doing this is better than hours and hours of sanding. That is one of the things I kind of like dread and where a project can stall out is when it comes down to if there's a ton of sanding. Of course, I didn't do this before I put the glue down. Ooh, sorry everyone again. Let's keep it moving so we don't accidentally glue to the board or almost glue to the board again. But yeah, I wish, you know, I did have more time to do some of the longer videos. I am going to probably do some more videos in 2025. They're just behind the computer working in the software. One of the sponsors of this challenge, Pixel CNC, I actually found a cool way to use theirs software to do 3D printing stuff. And I thought, oh yeah, that'll be easy. I'll get that video out. You know, I came up with that 3 months ago, got everything printed, but just have not had a chance to get to work on the video. Right. Moving along here. Ooh, that's kind of a big gap here. What did I... Well, just gonna have to live with it. I have a big gap and... Darn it. Sorry. Sorry, dogs. Hear me hammering. And they want to talk to me, which is fine. Hello, next door neighbor dogs. I had asked my wife to take our dogs in because, of course, I'm ready to start going live and they start barking. The neighbor's dogs start barking. And I'm just like, yeah, that's going to be kind of noisy. All right, this one I want to pay attention to so I really don't glue it to the board since we have this gap. There we go. Cool. And you know, maybe I didn't need to do every last seam here, but I'm just being careful and cautious because, again, I've never done this before. You know, maybe it was okay up until now, but then after you get it painted and everything and it wants to set, and that's when you run into issues. So just playing it safe. Moving so we don't glue ourselves to the board. Finish up here. Got a pretty big gap there, so I may just, when I fill in the 3D print, I may fill this in at the same time. So this is Baltic birch and that is MDF, and the reason I use those two different woods is because that's what I had. Oh, and now someone's trying to sign as me onto Paul's second TV. So I can't. There we go. Hey, John. Yeah. You know, it is great, but I can only feel for y'all on the other end hearing that hammering because of that ringing noise. So let's see. All right, we're lifting. It's not as sturdy as I like, but it's way better than what it could be. And let's see if I can, we got a pretty big gap there, but we'll fill that in. It could be worse. That's all I can tell myself on this project. It could be worse. All right, let's get our first MDF piece. I'm gonna glue the back up. Oh, I need to be careful. Yeah, see it. Yeah. I think it's because of the type of wood maybe with that, but it's coming apart a little bit. So need to be careful to support that. All right, let's get these tools out of the way. All right, let's get this middle part. Cross seam. Let's see if I can actually hit it. Oh, there we go. Just need to pay attention to what I'm doing. Shouldn't have an issue with the glue seeping through, but better safe than sorry. All right. Okay, since the other side is good, I am going to probably not, no, I'm going to do the whole thing. Don't cheat yourself. I know it's easy to be like, you know, it held on the other side, but let's not take the easy road. Don't want to have an issue later on down the road. But I think I can move a little bit faster now because it is held together for the most part. So I can do larger sections, and it's seeped through, so it's kind of has a, oh, I'm a man of many words. A hardened shell that's come through on this side already, so don't think I need to worry too much about this side, but we're still just going to do it. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. I know I've said it so many times, but oh my gosh, this accelerator, awesome. I've been a dummy for not trying it earlier. I was like, how fast could it really speed it up? Way fast, way fast. John, I did get some thick CA glue. I just grabbed the medium. At the beginning of the stream, I was trying to use wood glue, thinking that was going to be the answer, but Gilroy was like, grab the CA glue. I did, and grabbed the medium instead of the thick. Why? I don't know. Maybe I go grab it when we get to this other one here. But yes, I got medium, thick, and thin because I was wanting to test it all out and try it. And then some accelerator. There we go. And hold it out. Make sure we don't glue ourselves to the board. Don't think we'll have that issue, but right. So yeah, Texas weather has been crazy. It was 34 degrees this morning. And now if you go out in the sun, it's going to feel like it's 70, 80 degrees. But it's still going to be cold in the shade. There we go. So yeah, this second side is moving along much faster. Yeah, and so this is not my only Christmas project I have going. I also have just finished off a print of Santa, a 3D print, and very detailed, realistic. The other day I walked in and yep, it was printing in midair with nothing underneath it. So had to kind of find out where in the print I was and cross my fingers so I could cut it and, you know, finish the print. But that's like a 2.5 day print. And I only had like 7-8 hours left on it. Oh, that sucks. But was able to fix it. Yeah, there's a lot of issues, but as my buddy Sean says, on those kind of projects, the 5-foot rule. If it looks good from 5 feet, you're good. And it does. It looks great from 5 feet. Just don't get close up. We are done with the MDF. I think, yeah, I got that top side. We're not glued to the underboard. Win. Oh, still there. All right. And hard to get it all on frame, but there we go. Nice and sturdy. All right, now let's get the Baltic burst part, flip it over, get it glued up. You know what? I am going to cap off the medium. Let's go get the thick stuff. There we go. Cut off the cap. I was so much more careful on the medium when cutting it off to get it in there. This time I just let that cap fly. All right, let's start here. Go. Watch it dry. And we'll just rinse and repeat all the way around the backside of this. See, that didn't stick all the way down from the other side when gluing. Make sure we hold this down. There we go. Hold down, move. Make sure we're not gluing ourselves to the other side. Shouldn't, but you know, the one time you stop and go, oh, it's not going to happen. It happens, right? So there we go. This is the side we have a big gap on. Get this in here. And let's move it so we don't glue ourselves to the board. I know I keep saying that. All right, what's something else I can talk about? Well, I've been watching a lot of another social media platform, and there's a gentleman on there who keeps talking about how fast his FLS Sun Delta printer is. And you know, keeps the bamboo people are like saying no, 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 and arguments, but that's not my point. My point is that thing looks really cool. And yes, I want one, but I still want my bamboo as well. I think every printer, every tool has its place for the right stuff. So I have a bamboo P1S and a K1 Max. Each one has a job that I like it to do. So my K1 Max is great for, I want to try this print out. It's just going to be one color. I don't really care too much about how the final quality is. Now, when I say that, I mean, let me spray this real quick. I'm not too worried about how the final quality is. It's still good, but it's not as good as my bamboo, which is fine because normally on those I'm gonna paint, so I'm gonna do filler primer on it and all that fun stuff. So who cares if, you know, you can see the texture lines a little bit more than you would on my other printer. And then of course my bamboo is when I want to do real high quality and slow or multicolor print. So everything has its place. We shouldn't get into these, well, mine can do this, mine can do that. I started off CNCing with a 3018, and kind of my first video I did was on acrylic, how to cut acrylic on a 3018. And I had several people who had been doing CNC for a long while comment, you know, that's the wrong tool. You need to use a real CNC machine. Well, I didn't have a CNC machine. I never heard about CNC. So yeah, I used the tool I had. I worked with what I had, and it was fun. That's how I got into a lot of this. And if it hadn't been for that, I would have never, you know, got to meet or hang out with Dave and everybody over there. That's pretty much how to cut cast acrylic on a 3018 was the video that got me going on this whole journey. You know, would have never got to meet Ryan, Sean, and the OG Paul. Excuse me. Remember, I am other Paul. He is OG Paul. And when I say that, we're talking about making it up as we go, because he's the original one. Paul's Messy Workshop. And Sean, I'm sorry. I will put all of their links in the description, but I forgot Sean's YouTube name. You know, you got to give me a little bit of leeway there. You know, we jump in and not looking at their YouTube page. OG Paul. That's right. So it really is fun. I really have fun on that show. That is, I don't have a lot of people in my real life that I get to just, you know, sit and talk about seeing, you know, any of the stuff I do, laser, CNC, 3D printing. So it's really fun for me to do that. I'm really appreciative to Ryan, the guys, for, you know, having me on. But yeah, I start talking about this stuff with some of the people I interact with on a daily basis, and their eyes just gloss over. Kind of like my eyes gloss over when they start talking about some of the pop culture stuff and everything and movies. I don't know. I don't pay attention to a lot of that. You know, I listen to politics, but I try not to talk or get involved in that anymore. I used to get really into it, but man, whose mind are you going to change in this day and age from social media? You know, Klondike, thank you, Kilroy. Whose mind are you going to change in this day and age over social media? Nobody's, because everyone's going to think you have an agenda or this or that. So the only time I talk politics is in person with people, and try to keep it respectful. You know, we're all human beings. We all have our points of view. And I say we should just get rid of politics on social media. It should only be in person. That's my opinion. And that's as close as y'all are going to hear me talking politics on social media anymore. But no, the guys are great over there. Really is a fun show, and I still got to do my homework and watch the videos for tonight. But that's kind of hard to do while I'm doing this. Go. Right. Beautiful Maximus. All right. Thank you, John and Kilroy. You both right. I've heard no matter if you were right wing or left wing, you're still part of the same bird. I like that. I like that. All right. And Kilroy, John, you're right. Yeah. Super glue. This, yeah. All right. I don't know what I was thinking with wood glue. This live stream would have ended a long time ago. All right. I'm going to move this over. Get the 3D printed part out. Oakley dokley. Now, this is going to be fun. And I'm going to be using Bondo. Going to get our night roll. Okay, knit roll, whatever. NITRIL gloves, knit roll. I have growing up, I was diagnosed as dyslexic, and so I was taught to say words how they're spelled. Knit roll, knit-rile, and I know how a lot of times I'll say the wrong word, but you know what? If you know what I'm trying to say, then there, I got the point across, right? Who cares if I said the word exactly 100% right? All right, we're just going to be closing up some of the gaps here. Trying to get this in there. And I'm going to have to go over a couple times because it wants to sink in there. And I want to get it flat, and then I'll come back and sand it. So you see me go working in the same area. It's just so I can get a good build up there. So when I do come and sand, it'll be flat and it's still, I won't get that big of a dip. So there we go. And now to do this across the whole thing. Just so I can do my favorite part, sand. So we're going to squeeze it, make sure it gets in there. Get off the sides. Go. Now, do they make accelerator for this, for the Bondo? I'm just joking. Actually, this dries pretty quickly, but don't worry, I'm not going to start sanding on the live stream. Once we get all this in place, we'll call it a day. And if you're just joining in, we're working on the Gatton CNC, or 2024 Gatton Christmas project. So for that, you can use your CNC machine, your laser, 3D printer, or any combination to make a Christmas project. Make a short video of it, and then post it up on the YouTube. Send a link to Ryan. And there are a few other rules and regulations, but I'll put that in the description a little later. And then you have a cool chance to win some really cool prizes. We got Pixel CNC, Jenny Bits, Nimoy Labs, Wham Bam, Am I missing one? Hey, morning, Sean. Um, I wouldn't say I'm way ahead of you. Um, I don't even think I'm halfway through. You know, I pretty much got the pieces cut out and put to first assembly of them, but there's still a lot more to go. Let's move that out of the way. I dropped the lid, otherwise I'd be respectful and put it back on, but respectful, that's not the right word. Clean, you know, working clean. I don't know. It's been a long morning. All right, so we're just getting some of these divots and cracks and breaks cleaned up, and we'll come back later and sand them down. And I'll probably have to come back because this stuff makes it seem like it's nice and flat, but then you come back and it's sunken further down in there. So we're just going to do a first layer. Get all these seams. Themes, that's the right word. Crack makes you think of butt. I guess we're far enough into there I can start saying bad words. I know, butt's not a bad word, but I've tried to keep my channel PG-13. Right. And this stuff smells too. So good thing we opened up the garage with because of the accelerator. And normally I'd be wearing a mask and everything as well. But I'm live with y'all, and I need to keep talking because it would be pretty boring if I just sat here and did this. I mean, unless y'all wanted me to do ASMR. Bondo glazing buddy. Actually, my friend's mom does ASMR videos, and before y'all go way over there thinking, no, it's all normal AMSR stuff. But she's got a pretty good following. And she really blew up. It's funny. I mean, she has more subscribers and watch hours and everything than I do. I can never do ASMR. I just would get so bored of it so quickly. But hey, that's me. So if you hear me say something, I don't like something, it's like, I don't like it. I don't care if you like it. That's you. You get to like whatever you want, like. Unless it's Scientology. Yeah. See, okay, so there's where I'll get, I think one of the lines I'll cross talking politics is Scientology. I don't care who I piss off there. Yeah, they're a cult. They're bad. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't like Scientology, and I don't like Scientologist. There, I said it. You should, if you haven't or you don't follow much or don't know much about it, watch South Park. They give a pretty accurate portrayal of what and who Scientology stand for. It's pretty funny. Never had it where it came out that wet before. It's normally pretty putty-like, but we'll see how that goes. Sides here. I may have to get some more gloves. Likes to stick on there, and then it kind of gets hard to feel what you're actually doing. there. There we go. Go. Ooh. Right. Well, now we're using for something Galileo shuttle from the pallet wood challenge a while back worked great, but as time went on, the wood expanded and contracted. It cracked. Now, was that outside or inside? Just wondering. Because I've been using it for 3D prints. I mean, I know wood expands and contracts, but I'm just, you know, for 3D prints being plastic, I don't know. This is what everyone says to use, so. Inside on a shelf. All right. Well, maybe I won't use it for the wood. Who knows? Well, I got some primer filler, so I could use that first to fill up any of the cracks on there. So instead of, you know, trying to use this stuff to do it. You know, I almost went and, you know, put all the lighting in before doing all this because I was rushing. I was like, oh, I can get that done and then I can do all this. And it took me a good 2 hours to think, oh, you know what? That's probably not a good idea. I should probably finish this before putting the lights in because that would be a pain in the butt. Yeah, the first time I used this on plastic was on my, oh, which one did I do first? I can't remember if it was the Sauron helmet or the Sauron mace. Um, but that's only been, you know, 4 or 5 months, so not enough time to see how that holds up on plastic. But we'll see. I know other people use it on plastic and haven't said anything, but, you know, I don't know if anyone wants to get on there and go, oh, it didn't work. Or it did this. I mean, I'm sure somebody would. Alrighty, this is hopefully going to all turn out great. I know I got a lot of sanding later today. Also got a bunch of videos to watch. You know, we've been adding video. See, this is why I was saying I was going to get new gloves. This happens a lot to me on the other one. I don't know if it's good for you or not. But I mean, it was already icky for me doing that with the glue. I normally work with gloves, but knowing wood glue is, you know, I can wash it off. I was a little okay with that. But I'm pretty sure this is not good to just have on your fingers and whatnot. So we'll get a new glove. We're almost done here. I mean, we'll go back around, see if any of it's settled in and we need to put some more on. I think I forgot to do some of these sides. Yuppers. Got to do some of these sides. That's okay. Just doing while we check, make sure we don't need to do some more. Yeah, I mean, because what is it? Bondo's normally, this is for cars normally. So I figured it'd be okay, but you never know. There's so many different chemicals and this and that, and this kind of reaction and that. Yeah, your Fallout helmet's really cool. I really like it. Oh, it was my Skyrim helmet. It's the first one I did it on. That was it. I forgot. Probably don't remember it as much because I can't wear it. Got too big of a head. I want to make another one, but I'm also like, that's just more another project, and who knows when I could actually get to it. I got too many as it is. Because I got a bunch of painting I want to get done. And I'm hoping to get over that, get to that over the Christmas break. And if I do, I'll go live then as well. Now, it's not painting as much as dry brushing. That's what I do. The only technique I can do to make it look somewhat realistic. And not even just realistic, just look decent. Well, this is going to be interesting to see how this whole thing turns out. You know, it's one thing in your head for a project. You go, oh man, yeah, this is gonna be cool. And then you get done, it's like, But normally I haven't done any lives or posted about some of my projects. So you just go, okay, you throw it in the back in the burn pile and move on. Well, I've done too many lives and shared this and shown it that I just have to get it done. So there's no escaping the fate. Sorry, that's a bad band joke. So whether it comes out cool or it just doesn't live up to what I imagined it to be, everyone's going to get to see it. And we're just making sure we got these top parts before it recesses back for the LED holders, that those are going to be smoothed out. That part doesn't have to be terribly perfect. I mean, unless you're right up on it. So I had done this one and it's sunk in. Keep it from getting in the LED groove there. I probably put way too much of this stuff on, but hey, I'm still learning with it. Okay. And so once this dries, this stuff sands really, really easy. Ooh, careful there. Don't want to be twisting it and tear it apart. There we go. Now I got some on the side of snowman here. But I have decided I do not have enough time to hand paint each individual item a different, differently. So I don't have time to paint the snowman and tree different colors. This is all one color. So people are going to have to use their imagination and fill in the blanks. And I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can already see where this is starting to sag in a little bit into these seams. Just come and put a little bit more on. That way, hopefully a little bit more as I glob that one on. Way too much for that. Seams you can still see. So we're just going to come in. And then once this dries, we're going to lightly sand it off so we can get a nice even finish. And then I will spray paint it with filler prime, sand it, and then finally paint it. And I still got to do a video on all this. Ah, there's not enough time. Right. Yeah, I could tape off different parts, but then I'd have to make decisions like, what color would this be? What color would that be? And then that would just be more. If I just painted all one color, it's just one less decision I have to make, because I still have to make my video for the challenge on this. So I'm also looking at time. And that's just going to take a lot more time, where if I just spray paint it all one color, I'm paint it once and done. But you make a good point there. That is kind of being lazy on my part. All right, you've given me something to think about. We'll look at the timing. All right. And I wish I could say there, we're done. We're not. This is just the beginning. Clean off this. Get all that gunk off before I close it. All right, I'm going to let this dry. Then I'm going to come back and sand. I'm going to sand the MDF and the Baltic birch that we did as well. Get some primer filler on those, sand it all down again, and hopefully get those attached and painted sometime today. But I think I'm going to call it a day for this live stream. Thank you everybody for joining. Again, we're working on the 2024 Gatton Christmas Challenge project, where you can use your CNC, laser, or 3D printer, or any combination of them to make a Christmas project, make a video of that, throw it up on YouTube, and then send Ryan a link over at R Ballard Design to let him know that you want to be in it. I'll throw a link to the challenge down in the description. I'll also throw a link down to Ryan's YouTube, Sean's YouTube, and the OG Paul YouTube. So you guys can go check them out. And again, thank you all for watching. Until next time, remember, be making stuff. Let's see if I can remember how to stop this stream.